JROTC drone up in the sky. Look up there. Give a nice wave.
Remind them that we're live streaming.
Just a reminder that we are live streaming our graduation ceremony from our webpage, www.newdorphs.org. At this time, please welcome Nicole Orlando, our National Honor Society co-leader, along with New Dorp's Junior JROTC Color Guard, under the direction of Lieutenant Sergeant Eric Ramos Rodriguez and Lieutenant Colonel Fred Bevetto. Please remain standing for our national anthem performed by the marching bands and Academy of Fine and Dramatic Arts, Sophia Condon, under the direction of Mr. Stephen Pepe.
March!
Please stand. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting here and again, proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Right wheel, march. Forward, march.
Please be seated. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome and introduce our guests on stage. To my left is Principal Deirdre DeAngelis. Playwright, actor, and our 2018 commencement speaker, Anthony Wilkinson. Assistant Principal of Administration and Co-Supervisor of the Academy of Fine and Dramatic Arts, Lisa Murphy. Assistant Principal of Pupil Personnel Services and Supervisor of the Academy of Communication and Media Arts, Carolyn Gaddy. Assistant Principal of Instructional Support and English Language Learners, Deborah Cunningham. Assistant Principal of Security, Patrick Hopkins. Assistant Principal of Health and Physical Education, Athletic Director, and Supervisor of the Institute of Health Sciences, Richard Brucerito. Assistant Principal of Business and Technology and Supervisor of the Corporate Center for Business and Technology, Salvatore Contas. Assistant Principal of Mathematics and Supervisor of the Math and Science Institute, Lee Pam. Assistant Principal of Social Studies and Supervisor of the Law Institute and AFJROTC program, Anthony Antonora. Guidance Counselor for the Academy of Fine and Dramatic Arts, Renee Capola. Related Service Counselor, Pam Casson. Related Service Counselor, Lisa Oriama. Related Service Counselor, Allison Grippo. Guidance Counselor, Jill Monica. Social Worker, Carolyn Catula. Guidance Counselor for the TAP program, Janine Sweeney. choir trombone. Sophist counselor Brian A. Lee. College and career counselor Christy Clark. Underclassmen college and career counselor Donna LaShilgren. And guidance counselor Seth Rothman. To my right is our graduate speaker, Senior Anthony Oliva. NHS co-leader, Nicole Orlando. Valedictorian Anastasia Maximenko. Salutatorian Diana Jenis. Assistant Principal of English and the Supervisor of the Future Teachers Academy, Miss Ellen McGinn. Assistant Principal of Foreign Language, Art, Music, and Dance, and Co-Supervisor of the Academy of Fine and Dramatic Arts, Josephine Mora. Assistant Principal of Science and the Supervisor for the Institute of Forensic Science and Criminology, Michael Hashnaki. Guidance Counselor for the Institute of Health Science, Dwayne Britton. Guidance Counselor for the Corporate Center for Business and Technology, Lauren Taconi. Guidance Counselor for the Institute of Forensic Science, Michael Padmore. Guidance Counselor for the Law Institute and the AFJRTC program, Stephanie Antonaccio. Guidance Counselor for the Math and Science Institute, Danielle Collins. Guidance Counselor for the Future Teachers Academy, Stephanie Alonso. Guidance Counselor for the Academy of Communication and Media Arts, Christine Lopez. Director of School Support for New Visions, Lorraine Boyman. Parent Coordinator, Allison Bennett. PTA Co-President, Michelle McComb. PTA Parliamentarian, Laura Timoney. Treasurer of the New Dorp High School Alumni Association, Cindy DeSalvo. And I'm Jeannie Zagari, Coordinator of Student Affairs. I would like to take a moment to thank Monsignor Edmund Whalen of Monsignor Farrell High School and Mr. Joseph Holt, Plant and Field Manager at Monsignor Farrell High School, for making today possible and for welcoming us to their home. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Lee Pan, the Assistant Principal of the Institute of Math and Science.
Congratulations. Allow me to introduce our valedictorian, Anastasia Maximenko. Anastasia is a member of the Institute of Math and Science, and amongst her many accomplishments are her representing New Dorp High School at the Rockefeller University Outreach Program and the Slow Catering Outreach Program. She worked with Professor Suzaki at New York University, as well as completing the World Science Academy. She was a member of the Math Science Institute leadership team and Jewish Club, Culture Club, peer leader for PGC, and Sachita Honoraria Italica. Anastasia will move on to the Verrazano Honors College, and majored in bioinformatics and pre-med studies. Her hope is to establish and solve a differential equation that can help predict rupture risk of aortic aneurysms. She loves her family and friends and enjoys playing chess and jogging in her spare time. With admiration, I present our valedictorian, Anastasia.
It is my pleasure to introduce Assistant Principal of Administration, Ms. Lisa Murphy.
It is my pleasure to introduce our salutatorian, Diana Jettis. Diana is a member of the Institute of Math and Science. She was a co-leader for the MSI leadership team, Jewish Religion Club, track and field team, and the Kingsborough College Now Advisory Board. She has taken many advanced placement courses, including statistics, world history, and U.S. history, and was a peer tutor for other students preparing for the biology SAT subject test. She completed the World Science Academy and visited New York University and Rockefeller University to participate in many lectures and classes. She participated in 4 years of cancer research seminars throughout high school. She will attend Galo Honors Scholars Program for aspiring pre-med students at Hunter College, majoring in biology, as well as declaring pre-med later on in her college studies. At this time, I proudly present our salutatorian, Diana Jettis. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our Honor Key and Permanent Honor Roll students. Their names are listed in your programs. Students receiving the Honor Key have maintained a 90 or better average throughout 4 terms of high school. Students receiving 2 Honor Keys have maintained a 90 or better average for all 8 terms of high school. Students listed on the Permanent Honor Roll have maintained an 85 average or better throughout their 4 years of high school. In addition, their names will be listed on the Permanent Honor Roll in New Dorp High School. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to ask Caroline Gannon, Assistant Principal of Pupil Personnel Services, to announce our graduate speakers.
This year, New Dorp High School seniors were invited to submit a speech for consideration to be our student speaker at today's commencement ceremonies. Of the 13 speeches received, we were left with 3 finalists. After each finalist auditioned, it was clear our selection committee had no easy task picking today's speaker. Not only was each speaker passionate, poised, and clear, each speech depicted a theme that would resonate with each graduate as he or she left here today. Sandra Hernandez from our Law Institute painted us a picture of how the seeds we plant today will feed the needs of tomorrow. Sandra reminded us, our graduates, that this requires work. It can be a struggle at times. However, this is work that shapes who we are. Speaking of who we are, Aaron Branch of the Future Teachers Academy encouraged each graduate to find his or her why, his or her purpose of getting out of bed to do the things we do each and every day. Aaron reminded us that the most important thing in all of our lives is to find our why, and once discovered, to be great at it and never give up on it. And it is now my pleasure to introduce this year's student speaker for New Dorp High School's 2018 commencement ceremony. Anthony Oliva is a student from our Academy of Fine Arts. In the fall, he will be continuing his theatrical pursuit, attending the Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. One day, we hope to see Anthony on the Broadway stage, but now we welcome him to our stage. Please welcome Anthony Oliva.
To my fellow graduates of 2018, we did it. I would like to thank all faculty, staff, alumni, friends, family, and honored guests for sharing such a special day with us. Thank you. I stand here before you today with great admiration and pride. We've completed this chapter in our life, and now it's time to continue on. Today is a day to celebrate. And although some of us may have tears in our eyes and sadness in our hearts, no one needs to feel this way. I am here to tell you that it is going to be okay, because we've been through this before. Our parents can remember the first day of kindergarten, the crying, the screaming, or if you were anything like me, getting out of the car, walking straight to school, and not even saying goodbye. Sorry, Mom. And it wasn't much different walking into the doors of New Dorp High School. We all remember the first day of school, not knowing where any of our classes were. We remember sitting alone at lunch for a few days before starting up a conversation. And little did we know that the people we were talking to were going to become lifelong friends. It's not a building or a schedule that will keep these friendships forever strong. It is us as we embark on the next chapter of our lives, where we will start our true independence as young adults. The road ahead of us is full of great adventures and opportunities, but there may be some potholes to slow us down, especially on Staten Island. Some of those potholes will feel like history repeating itself as we head off to college or start our careers. We will still feel like those scared, crying kids who don't want to go to their first day of kindergarten. But once again, strangers will become friends, and we will have the support we need to face any pothole life has in store for us. The potholes of meeting deadlines, completing the project, succeeding at the next challenge. These are all the encounters that New Dorp High School has prepared us for, whether it was an essay, a region, an audition, or a tryout. The faculty at New Dorp High School has prepared us for the road ahead. So, when we're met with a detour, we can say with confidence and ease, we got this. These 4 years were definitely no walk in the park. We fought very hard to be where we are today. We fought to pass our regions. We fought for high SAT scores. We fought to pass classes and tests. We fought to win sing. We even fought each other for parking today. But with all of this, the reward of graduating and moving on to the next chapter in our life was worth every late night study, every after-school tutoring class, and every homework on the bus in the morning on our way to school. But, my fellow graduates, we are also faced with new challenges. Potholes that every generation must navigate around. How many of you heard, "I can't believe these are the people that are going to take care of me when I'm old. I can't believe this is what this generation has become to." Or, "I can't believe this is who we're leaving the future to." These are all things that adults say about us. They're scared of what we may become. I ask that everyone take a look around you and see who you're sitting next to. The person you are next to is a lawyer. The person you are next to is a doctor, a politician, an artist, performer, cop, a firefighter, a soldier, a future teacher, or even a future mother or father. We are not just numbers on a sheet of paper. We are more than the 65s, the 70s, the 90s on our report card. We all have dreams of being something amazing, and no matter the size of the dream, hard work and dedication is needed. Don't be afraid to fall and make mistakes along the way. We weren't born with a book in our hands about how to navigate through life. We're allowed to fall, but we are not allowed to stay down. Today, we say goodbye to New Dorp High School. As we see it fade away in the rearview mirror of our cars, we say hello to the next chapter in our life. These 4 years were filled with laughter, love, and happiness. We found who we are as individuals or who we want to be. I ask you that no matter what happens from this day on, no matter what the outcome is, that you live a life full of amazing memories. Now, go and leave your mark on this world. Thank you. Never let anyone stand in the way of your future. A quote by Anthony Wilkinson. A born and raised Staten Island native, Anthony Wilkinson graduated New Dorp High School in 1994, top of his class and voted most likely to succeed, which he did. He then went on to NYU's College of Arts and Science for English and Creative Writing with a full scholarship. His career started as an intern writer at ABC's Daytime's One Life to Live in 1996, and during his 14 years there, he worked his way up to the position of associate director. While in that position, Anthony was nominated 10 times for the Daytime Emmy Awards and won 3. He also was nominated 4 times and won 2 for the Directors Guild Award. Anthony's original production of My Big Gay Italian Wedding started his own passions in the theater. It opened off-Broadway in 2003 at the Actors Playhouse and later moved to Theater 4 in the spring of 2004. Anthony restaged My Big Gay Italian Wedding in September of 2009 at the St. George Theater for an audience of almost 2,000 people. After much discussion and huge debates regarding the topic, its rave reviews and success promoted an explosion revival on Restaurant Row with a full-out adequate cast in April of 2010. The run was expected to last 6 weeks and wound up extending 14 times in the same location. During the run, the show hosted some major celebrities in an effort to raise money and awareness for marriage equality and the Trevor Project. On March 1st, 2018, the film Poi Baciare lo Sposo opened all over Italy, an Italian film version based on the play My Big Gay Italian Wedding. In June of 2013, Anthony opened the sequel to My Big Gay Italian Wedding, My Big Gay Italian Funeral. The funeral ran over 2 years at St. Luke's Theater in New York City and has also been licensed in multiple locations by Samuel French. Wilkinson's next chapter, My Big Gay Italian Midlife Crisis, at the theater off Broadway in November of 2015. In December of 2017, Wilkinson launched the latest chapter in the series, My Big Gay Italian Christmas, which opened in Atlantic City at the Gold Nugget Casino as a special holiday production. Anthony Wilkinson currently resides in Woodbridge, New Jersey, and can now be seen on an Amazon Prime show, Painted Dreams, which landed him a nomination Arts Director for the new Avalon Performing Arts Center, scheduled to open in December of 2018. Now welcoming to the podium, Anthony Wilkinson.
Wow. You would have said to me 24 years ago that I would be here doing this. I would not have believed it, honestly. A brief history. I thank you, Anthony, for that introduction. But for me, it wasn't that easy in the beginning. It was really difficult growing up here on Staten Island 30 years ago, when times were much more challenging than they are today. I went to Egbert, and before I started New Dorp, I was very challenged with being bullied in school, beaten up by other kids because I was different. So it was a very tough time for me, and I'm very fortunate that when I got to New Dorp High School in 1990, I had some incredible support from this administration. And because of that, I was able to conquer a huge battle in my life and wound up where I am today. So for that, I am forever grateful to New Dorp High School. I think one of the things you have to ask yourself today is, who is your champion? I think everybody has a champion at this point. If you're sitting there and you're graduating this school today, you had a champion. I know personally, I had 3. First and foremost was my parents. My father, no longer with us today, unfortunately, but my mother, who is here, she's actually over there, say hi, was my biggest champion, because they saw that there was a problem and they did everything they could to help me. They put me through therapy, they put me through counseling. And, you know, back then it was different. Obviously, the cliff notes of a very long story is that I was gay. And I didn't know. And, you know, we didn't have rainbow flags flying all over Facebook 30 years ago. So we didn't have InstaChat or whatever it is that they're on today. So I had to find somebody to talk to. And who I found was my second champion, which was the administration in this school. I spoke to counselors, and I spoke to somebody who I wish was here today. Some of you may know her, Angela Scotto Carinante, who was my biggest champion in this school. And thanks to her, I was able to actually succeed here. And I have to say, I am so proud to see what this school has become. And Deidre DeAngelis, that is because of you. And I have to give you a huge round of applause, because I could not be more proud of New Dorp High School and to come from here. And last but not least, my biggest champion was myself. Because, you know, no one gets you through college or life alone. And as you move on to college and you move on in this life, you need to be ready to ask for help. When you get stumped, be ready to go to somebody. Who is that person that you're going to ask for help? You can't be afraid. And you can't be afraid to make mistakes, because you're going to make them. I make mistakes every day, but what I do is I learn from them. And by learning from them, that's what makes you stronger. You have to be humble. You have to go out there ready to learn and continue to educate yourself. Because now that you have a degree, you have to educate yourself in life. And life is challenging, because now what happens is you are going to discover what is outside of Staten Island. And I could tell you, when I left Staten Island and started going to NYU, it was eye-opening, because you see how diverse this world is, how different people are. We're all brought up a certain way, but as you start to travel around, you're going to see that people were brought up differently. And you have to understand where they come from, and be patient, and understand them, and embrace it. The other advice I want to give is that now that I've started staffing and I've been casting productions for 20 years, I audition a lot of talent, I cast administrative positions, and one of the biggest things that I personally look for are people who want to work, people who are hungry. You're not going to go out there and get paid a lot of money yet tomorrow. Do internships, work for free, learn from other people, and trust me, if you are that person in the room who says, I want this, you will have it. Because if you think you're entitled to something, you're not. And there is a lot of competition off this field. Trust me. And I leave you with this. 3 things. Compassion, tolerance, and diversity. Your challenge as a future leader is not to eliminate diversity, but to manage it, and when necessary, moderate it, so that we are not defined primarily, but what keeps us apart. That's first. And tolerance, because the only answer to more hate in this world is humanity. And finally, compassion, because the compassion that you give to others is what you will get back. Congratulations. Okay, one more thing. I want a selfie with everybody. Ready?
I would like to ask Anthony Oliva to present our commencement speaker with a small token of appreciation.
New Dorp High School, this is presented to Anthony Wilkinson for inspiring your valuable insight and inspiration to the class of 2018.
It is with great pleasure that I announce students who have received highest honors in each department. I would ask each assistant principal to assist with these very special presentations. This year, highest honors in art goes to Zing Hao Zhu. Highest honors in business education goes to Joseph Potter. Foreign language goes to Fanny Liao. Highest honors in health and physical education goes to Gina Nolan. Instructional Support, Joseph Sola. Honors in music goes to Rena Temchin. Honor in mathematics goes to Alfred Barrato. And highest honors in social studies goes to Talia Alexander.
The Smaller Learning Community Awards.
This next set of awards are given to those students nominated by staff as being the senior who best exemplifies the spirit of their smaller learning community. When I call your name, please come up on stage and accept your award. Academy of Communication and Media Arts, Sanji Artilis Castro. For the Academy of Fine and Dramatic Arts, Jada Nolan. Center for Business and Technology, Giuseppe LaRocca. Future Teachers Academy, Aurora Hazzari. Institute of Forensic Science and Criminology, Oregon. The Institute of Health Sciences, Nicholas Ruggiero.
Your dad's going very slow.
The Law Institute and AFJROTC program, Annette Sokol. Science Institute, Anastasia Maximenko.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce our principal, Deirdre DeAngelis.
Good morning, everyone. Don't you look absolutely gorgeous. I think we have to add another category for awards next year. Best cat decoration. You're amazing, all of you. So welcome, New Dorp family, staff, friends, special guests, class of 2018, to New Dorp High School's 97th commencement exercise. I know we are not surrounded by our usual green and gold. I came a little bit this morning. But isn't this a beautiful, beautiful sight for our graduation ceremony today? I had to call in an extra favor to get this weather, so let's enjoy every minute. I know the wind is a little annoying, but without the wind we would be roasting, so we're good. So even though we are a rough site, our plan is still to celebrate in our usual New Dorp style. But before we do that, can you join me once again in thanking the staff of Monsignor Farrell High School, especially Monsignor Whalen, for their generosity and for offering this beautiful facility to celebrate the class of 2018. I can't tell you what it's like for a principal to find a facility that's big enough, appropriate enough to house a graduation this large and spectacular. So I can't tell you how much I really appreciate it. So how is everyone this morning? Are you having as hard a time as I am in believing that we're really here? 4 years of high school are now behind you, and you're turning the page to the next chapter in your life. Do you remember what I told you on freshman orientation? Was it true? Did you blink your eyes and this morning you woke up here on the track and football field in your cap and gown? It happened that fast, didn't it? It's unbelievable how time passes so fast. I've become totally obsessed with the conversation about time. Maybe because I'm getting older, maybe because my son started high school this year, or maybe because I have conversations about this with our New Dorp parents on a regular basis. Case in point, how many of you read my yearbook message? I expected not a lot of hands, but thank you for the few hands. That's okay if you didn't, because it really wasn't meant for you to read now. It's really meant for you to read in the future when you're reminiscing about your high school years. Anyway, in it, I shared with you that as I was preparing to write that message, I realized that I have been the principal of New Dorp High School longer than all of the graduates have been alive. Oh, something's going on down there. It's a big. We'll wait till the bee leaves. Do I need to repeat that line again? So I have been principal longer than all of you have been alive. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Okay. And in fact, I've been here long enough to have taught parents of our present students and even the parents of some of our graduates that sit before me today. So as time goes by and we witness the increased number of graduates each year, it gets harder and harder to hold back the tears as you enter the field. Watching each SLC enter is truly amazing. I know the friendships and the relationships that you have developed, and it's really heartwarming. It is really quite a sight as we experience the wave of white walking towards us, filling the seats of this stadium. There is a huge sense of pride and admiration that we experience as a school community, and believe it or not, it can be quite overwhelming for us. This class in particular has the highest graduation rate in the last 20 years. Not only do you have the highest graduation rate today, June 2018, but you surpass in June all of the last 20 graduating classes in June before they added a few more graduates in August. So congratulations. Today we celebrate 598 successes. So thank you. It is you who gave this moment today to your parents and to the staff of New Dorp High School, and we are grateful for that. So, class of 2018, as I thought about my message to you today, so many things ran through my mind. Year after year, my message or advice to the graduating seniors is basically the same because it comes from my heart. I want so much for all of you, but if I had a wish, what I would love more than anything would be for you to somehow have a superpower that would allow you to see the future and how your choices and decisions that you make along the way impact your life and the lives of others around you. I guess I'm thinking along the lines of the character George Bailey. I know some of you probably don't know, but I know your parents do. It's played by James Stewart in the movie It's a Wonderful Life. In this movie, George Bailey thought that the value of his life was dependent upon the amount of money he made. But he soon discovered that that was so far from the truth. He found out what was really valued was his commitment to others and his family. He saw firsthand that all his hard work, kindness, and support to others throughout his life rewarded him at his most vulnerable time, because those around him wanted to give back. But mostly he saw how truly loved and respected he was by family and community, and that they needed him as an anchor and an advocate. So I'm going to go there one more time, seniors, with some advice, as I have done so many times over the last 4 years. Please make good decisions. Work hard. Keep focused on your goals. Be kind to others. Make a difference. Always be true to who you are and trust your inner voice. But mostly, I'm encouraging you to always remember that you are loved. And those individuals want you to make good decisions always, especially when it isn't easy. This is the strongest message that I can give you today. So now that I've shared my message, I'm going to ask the New Dorp families that sit in our stands today to help me out by doing a favor. In the hustle and bustle of life, we don't always stop long enough to let our children know how proud we are of them and how much we love them. We expect them to just know that because we provide so much for them every single day. Unfortunately, this is not always true. And quite honestly, I'm guilty of the same because I spend a lot of time here at New Dorp. So, if I promise to go home and write a letter to Andrew, my son, a letter telling him how proud I am of his accomplishments in his first year of high school and how much I love him, will all of you do the same today? And go home and write a letter to your child describing how you feel today as they walk across this stage to receive their high school diploma. I bet they will treasure that letter forever and ever. So I thank you ahead of time for considering my request, and I know it will make a difference in their life. Before we move on to the more traditional part of my speech, I would like to ask you once again to assist me in thanking both your parents and guardians for all they have done for you today, to get you here today. And to your extended family, the members of the entire New Dorp staff, for all of their dedication and hard work and support through the last 4 years. I know they have done their best to provide you with support, guidance, and encouragement through the years. So we thank them for all of that. So this is the fun part. So in keeping with a tradition that I began in 1999 at my very first graduation ceremony 20 years ago, I have chosen a book that I believe carries an important message, or in this case today, advice, that our senior class can take with them as they move on. With the help from a representative from each of our smaller learning communities, we will share with you this year's book entitled Pete the Cat's Groovy Guide to Life by Kimberly and James Dean. This book contains very famous quotes from people like Thomas Edison, Abraham Lincoln, Helen Keller, Pablo Picasso, Henry Ford, Confucius, Wayne Gretzky, Dalai Lama, and a host of others. Of course, I want you to listen to each of the serious quotes, but I thought we can have some fun this morning as we listen to Pete, the pool cat, interpret these quotes in a better way to be understood by the class of 2018. So sit back and enjoy as we allow Pete, the pool cat, to share his tips for living an awesome life.
Story time!
To begin. Life takes courage, man. Be brave.
If you don't know where you're going, any path will get you there.
Go with the flow, man.
Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated.
Keep it simple. Chill out.
Walking with friends in the dark is better than walking alone in the light.
Far out. With friends, you're never alone.
Opportunity is missed by most people because it comes dressed in overalls and looks like work.
Amazing things happen when you work hard.
You're the best 100% of the shots you don't take.
Just go for it.
Whenever you see to be going against you, remember that in everything you come against the wind, not with it.
Groovy. If you try, you can fly.
Be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
If you want to be cool, just be you.
Make each day your masterpiece.
Look for the good in every day.
Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up.
It's cool to look outside the lines.
You must do the things you think you cannot do.
Nothing is impossible.
Write it on your heart for every day is the best day of the year.
Birds are singing, the sky is bright, the sun is shining, and I'm feeling alright.
Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle.
Smile and a little kindness, you can make someone's day better.
This too shall pass.
Up the clouds, the sun's always shining, man. Don't talk too much.
I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work.
No failures, just lessons.
Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid.
Being different is very cool, and there's something everyone can do.
Hope is a thing with feathers that privileges the soul and sings the tunes without the words, and never stops at all.
Don't lose hope, keep on rocking!
Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be.
Just be happy.
Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors.
It can get tough, but you are tougher.
A man can learn to count the toe and learn something he can learn in no other way.
Dude, don't even think about it. My tail. Grab it.
If music be the food of love, play on.
Keep strumming.
Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible.
Kindness starts with me.
And lastly, a well-spent day. Class of 2018, as Pete the Pool Cat would tell you, it is really okay to be unique, to relax from time to time, and to have fun. But balance is important. So find your balance, go out there and make a difference in this world using some of the messages that have been shared with you today. From my heart, I wish you a lifetime filled with health, happiness, and success. Keep in touch. Congratulations, class of 2018. call your names, please come up and accept your award. Noor Gutin Nazir and Kelly Cow. Who has exemplified courage, character, and commitment during her 4 years at New Dorp High Schools. This year's recipient is Nicole Orlando.
At this time, I would like to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Bevetto for the recognition of military graduates.
Freedom is not free. It is not easy to earn and even tougher to maintain. Like freedom, gaining entrance into the armed forces is not easy. How rare is it to earn a spot on this team? Only 29% of America's 34 million young adults qualify. Less than 1/2% meet or exceed the standards and actually complete basic training. Its leadership, faculty, and support staff for creating, operating, and maintaining an outstanding environment in which these highly motivated and talented candidates can prosper. We will now recognize those graduates who have completed all of the military entrance requirements. The United States Army, with its motto, "This will defend," Thomas Hopkins and Lieutenant Zach. Its motto, "Not self, but country," welcomes Christopher Capizzi. With its motto, "Semper Fidelis," welcomes Ron Cesari and Chenzi Zhang. The United States Air Force, Christian Ramirez. Now, go forth, make us proud, serve your country with honor and distinction, and protect all Americans, our children, our children's children, and take a lead role in maintaining the world's beacon of freedom. Never quit, never surrender, and accept nothing less.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the Assistant Principal of Pupil Personnel Services, Mrs. Carolyn Gadd.
I see you, Akma. Miss DeAngelis, it is with great pleasure that I now present to you the graduating class of 2018. Department have certified that the young women and men before you have met all the coursework and exam New York State Board of Regents and the New York City Department of Education.
Will the members of the Institute of Health Sciences, under the direction of Assistant Principal Richard Brucerito and Guidance Counselor Dean Britton, please rise and accept your diplomas?
First up, J-Lise Butler. Samantha Ford. Vincent Carnante. Edgar Samano. Spencer Gerda. Michael Howe. Raheem Tillman. Jada Smith. Holly Gonzalez. Allison Hussein. Erica Willis. Jennifer Picarello. Siva Chavarro. Catherine Ravato. Emily Fagan. Brianna Perniciaro. Thomas Montieri. Francesco Bavaro. Russell Chung. Jessica Kaylin Liano. Brittany McCarthy. Victoria Adechico. Nicholas Ruggiero, Advanced Regents Diploma. Nicholas Dadato. Elias Hassan. Michael Pedaccio. Sadri Kovacevic. Megan Lefkowitz. Iona Spavia. Nermina Sabasic. Natalia Kimsha, Advanced Regents Diploma. Edith Castro, Advanced Regents Diploma. Mariam DeBoul, Regents Diploma with Honor. Ronique Temchin, Advanced Regents Diploma with Mastery in Math. Zainab Hassan. Tabitha Hernandez. Viviana Sanchez, Advanced Regents Diploma. Annie and the Entourage. Oluwapolumi Amusu. Samantha Santiago, Advanced Regents Diploma. Victoria D. Simone. Carol Violeta Gonzalez here. Pablo Herrera. Ensar Dorusov, Advanced Regents Diploma. Sham Nataraja. Jose Masorto. John Ortega. Haoyang Zhao. Adora Mleshi. Vincent Drury. Ivan Servin, Advanced Regents Diploma. Lachlan Highland, Advanced Regents Diploma. Victoria Phil Howard. Irva Zaman. Yu-Wen Chen. Amal Kolawi. Rima Fatima. Ola Patrick Cole. Isidro Zacharias. Congrats, Patrick. Amani Golden. Michael Villarreal.
Will the members of the Academy of Communication and Media Arts please rise and accept your diplomas?
Patrick Karwowski. Mariah Vega. Peter Piccolino, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Wesley Sean Sinan, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Patrick Timoney, Advanced Regents Diploma. Jacob Lipinski, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Natalia Escribano. Gabriela Christopher Valencia. Noah Perez. Nicholas Velica. Sanji Artiles Castro, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Cynthia Espada, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Alexandria Cadria, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Remy Rivera, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Desiree Gerrans, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Ryan Fertitta, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Taylor Medina, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Kaylee Ettinger, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Hamza Jaber. Stephen Panfilo, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Alberto Pavia Cruz. Dino Purific. Jenna Adamas, Advanced Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Emmanuel Stewart, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Albert Asamoah. Isra O'Day. Juliana Myers, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Tiara Soroyo. Taylor Haverkern, Advanced Regents Diploma. Jesse Cupo. Delisa Restrepo. Brunson Zhang. Wen Hui Wu. Stephanie Lara, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Antoinette Mendoza Constantino. Anthony Allen. Sean Porter. Julia Sita with CTE designation. Jeremiah Alonso, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Kevin Menzel, CTE designation. Raymond Martinez, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Christopher Camarada. Isabel Grassi. Patricia Fox, Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Santiela Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Marilise Juarez. Brianna Mack. Timothy Mantori. Mustafa El Hussein. Tiffany Chen, Advanced Regents Diploma with CTE designation. E.G. Kong, Advanced Regents Diploma with CTE designation. Z. Hang Chi. Joseph Sola. Catherine T.
Members of the Academy of Fine and Dramatic Arts under the direction of Assistant Principals Lisa Murphy, Josephine Morrow, and Guidance Counselor Renee DeLillo, please rise and accept your diplomas.
Marina Gervino. Alicia Noelia Coates. Sabrina Newshafer. Nicholas Rizzo. Joshua Estevez Perez, Advanced Regents Diploma. Danielle Meza. Anna Baldinov, Advanced Regents Diploma. Danielle Tremarki. Kelly Chow. Al Jonesy. Melissa Bobet. Amber Schreiber. Tiffany Alejandro. Kylie Henderson. Leslie Zampa. Ariella Welsh. Era Belly. Frankie Martinez. Kiana Barnes. Cheyenne Art. Bernasia Holder. Jennifer Isabel Reyes. Olivia Briggs. Daniela Yadeva. Christopher Delgado. Zero Ortega, Advanced Regents Diploma. Destiny Mazia. Catherine Morales. Zoma Surrey, Advanced Regents Diploma. Jada Nolan, Advanced Regents Diploma. Alyssa Cotto. Maria Lisa Semperano. Jada Hammonds. Denise Alma Avila. Savannah Fletcher. Ariana Durham. Daniela DeMeo. Hakeem Yaya. Aiden Sanchez Campo. Raul Aguilar. Kareem Sika. Nadia D'Alessio, Advanced Regents Diploma. Zion Hines. Zaria Osheri. Samantha Clemente. Daniel Lynn Edwards. Rihanna Rio. Gada Noman. Ariana Baez. Anthony Escalante. Michael Yarborough. Joseph Freya, Advanced Regents Diploma. Toma Hello, Advanced Regents Diploma. Alfred Barlada, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors and Mastery in Math and Mastery in Science. Regents Diploma. Carlos Gonzalez. Fernando Garcia Neres. AJ Hu, Advanced Regents Diploma. Peter Zhang, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors, excuse me. Allison DePinto. Nicolette Mazzella. Madison Mateo. Christopher Maranza. Melissa Gagnon, Advanced Regents Diploma. Julia Slankovka, Advanced Regents Diploma. Valentina Kagan, Advanced Regents Diploma. Joseph Arbolino. Nicholas Kabatsky. Fatima. Gianna Amato, Advanced Regents Diploma. Anthony Oliva. Gianna Paluzzi. Sophia Condon. Sydney Kapasakis. Dominique Galicia. Destiny Miglianico. Christopher Hernandez. Walter Rodriguez.
Awesome. Dylan. Yeah.
Will the members of the Future Teachers Academy guidance counselors that speak also please rise and accept your diploma.
Love you.
Angel Tapia. Katerina Tretyakova, Advanced Regents Diploma. Allison Schwartz, Advanced Regents Diploma. Gabrielle Verhoy. Taylor Mazzei. Deshaun Davis. Kaplan. Louis Naisha Woods. Samantha Cheryl Lapardo. Dominic Arnell Surratt. John Youssef. Amir Tahir. Magdalena Samela. Samantha Wade, Advanced Regents Diploma. Aurora Haksari, Advanced Regents Diploma. Jillian Ippolito, Advanced Regents Diploma. Caitlin Bowe. Advanced Regents Diploma. Aaron Grant. Gabriela Salvador, Advanced Regents Diploma. Samantha Russo. Jamal Martin. Rosette Santiago, Advanced Regents Diploma. James DiBartolo. Rivera. Mohammed Abouali. Morris Cume, Advanced Regents Diploma. Alina Harrison. Megan Olson. Nina DiStefano. Sylvia Salerno, Advanced Regents Diploma.
introduction of Assistant Principal Lead Pan and Guidance Counselor Danielle Collins. Please rise and accept your diplomas.
Jacob Cobra, Advanced Regents Diploma. Samir Bogdanovic, Advanced Regents Diploma. John Ugalati, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors Mastery in Math and Science. Sabahat Halvik, Advanced Regents Diploma. Rebecca Varsky, Advanced Regents Diploma. Melissa Zaria, Advanced Regents Diploma. Maya Lawaki, Advanced Regents Diploma. Krista Sabatino, Advanced Regents Diploma. Amanda Jordan, Advanced Regents Diploma. Gabriella Barak, Advanced Regents Diploma, Mastery in Math. Nora Hussain, Advanced Regents Diploma. Mark Karski. Alexander Katsyoka, Advanced Regents Diploma. Benjamin Gorachevsky, Advanced Regents Diploma. Ivan Lay, Advanced Regents Diploma. Eric Alapachula, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors Mastery in Math and Science. Michael Mizaretsky, Advanced Regents Diploma. Russell Levy, Advanced Regents Diploma. Trayvon Ferguson. Adam Kozlowski, Advanced Regents Diploma.
I love you all.
Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors. Michael Burton, Advanced Regents Diploma. Christian Puccio, Advanced Regents Diploma with Mastery in Math and Science. Benjamin Montoya Burke, Advanced Regents Diploma. Rick Flynn, Advanced Regents Diploma. Madeline Rodriguez, Advanced Regents Diploma. Ray Piper, Advanced Regents Diploma. Stephen Young, Advanced Regents Diploma. Richard Flynn, Advanced Regents Diploma. Ramin Karagala, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors Mastery in Math and Science. Jake Wagner, Advanced Regents Diploma. Yvette Paul, Advanced Regents Diploma. Amara Thomas, Advanced Regents Diploma. Caitlin Anderson, Advanced Regents Diploma. Anastasia Maximenko, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors Mastery in Science. Maria Gomarova, Advanced Regents Diploma. Shane Kisenzak, Advanced Regents Diploma. Mustafa Maham, Advanced Regents Diploma. Christian Jose Garcia, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors Mastery in Math. Prasad Selector, Advanced Regents Diploma. Alexander Biscotti, Advanced Regents Diploma. Nicole Orlando, Advanced Regents Diploma. Norlane Nazir, Advanced Regents Diploma. Sarah Bakjari. Basma Jamal, Advanced Regents Diploma. Neil Shamsunder, Advanced Regents Diploma. Conrad Nowak, Advanced Regents Diploma. Jacob Maddock, Advanced Regents Diploma. Christopher Procaccio, Advanced Regents Diploma. Matthew Diker, Advanced Regents Diploma.
Alright, thank you, I will.
Luke Peatley, Advanced Regents Diploma. Shane De Silva, Advanced Regents Diploma. John Gasway, Advanced Regents Diploma. Dylan Contract, Advanced Regents Diploma. Destroy Gunman, Advanced Regents Diploma. Tyrese Carter, Advanced Regents Diploma. Peter Zeno, Advanced Regents Diploma. Alex Arizak. Brianna Babbitt. Joshua Avila, Advanced Regents Diploma. Nabil Joshua Saparni, advanced Regis.
Good job, Joshua. Congratulations.
Last but not least, will the members of the Institute of Forensics and Criminology and guidance counselor Michael Godmore please rise and accept your diploma.
Hanan Chowdhury, Sabaha Ahmad, Mackenzie Ryan, Anthony Duque, Luis Hernandez, Mark Anthony Colon, Chris Shore, Advanced Regents Diploma. Marion Salem. Hannah Figueroa. Waleed Amjad. Jose Saldana. Anthony Amarano, Advanced Regents Diploma with Mastery in Science. Brandon Mahakita, Stephen Martino, Sergio Regal, Advanced Regents Diploma, Vincent Mastry, Ryan Engler, Nicholas LaBarra, Advanced Regents Diploma,
John Nicholas,
Nico Becker, Anthony Ortiz, Gabriel Yunus, Christopher Mola, Advanced Regents Diploma, Patrick Mullen, Advanced Regents Diploma with Medical Science, Ariel Bustamante, Advanced Regents Diploma, Jenna Rose Corralo, Justin Malik, Yeslin Jose, Brianna Valerio, Paulina Colano, Advanced Regents Diploma, Adriana Cooper, Cheyenne Houston, Alyssa Figueroa, Megan Lucido, Nora Alcohol, Rena Temption, Advanced Regents Diploma, Joseph DiVincenzo, Michael Dorado, Abdul Ismaila, Eric Figueroa, Austin Balia, Matthew Higgins, Advanced Regents Diploma, Matthew Remolino, Eric Kachuk, Callie Quinn, Jessica Frangit, Victoria Villanova, Sandra Chamal, Advanced Regents Diploma,
Alberto Almazo, Emmanuel Mendez, Kevin Gelflin, Joseph Siafi, Javier Perez Hernandez, Kareem Newman, Natalie Rodriguez, Nicole Andriuska, Advanced Regents Diploma. Richard Traylon, Advanced Regents Diploma. Gabriel McCall, Advanced Regents Diploma. Jocelyn Rosales. Sarai Almazo. Juliana Francisco. Leonel Anzarus. Juliana Cuervo, Advanced Regents Diploma. Nicole Cerna, Advanced Regents Diploma. Angela Petro, Advanced Regents Diploma. Michelle Macri, Advanced Regents Diploma. April Flores, Advanced Regents Diploma. Morgan Castellino, Advanced Regents Diploma. Jasmine Moore, Advanced Regents Diploma. Reina Azad, Advanced Regents Diploma. Cayman Young, Advanced Regents Diploma with Mastery in Science. CC Chen. Chloe Devine. Alexa Asma, Advanced Regents Diploma. Samantha Courtwright. Gabrielle Kutcher, Advanced Regents Diploma. Tommy Karubi. Cabria Hicks. Ryan Mullen, Advanced Regents Diploma. Phoenix Frias. Michael Zajac, Advanced Regents Diploma. Madison Villanueva.
Thank you.
Ashley Westro Palineke. Gianna Gioletta. Joseph Palma. Stephen Burgundy.
Lieutenant Hedges, what's going on?
Aurelio Cornello. Alyssa Review, Advanced Regents Diploma. Olivia Guzman, Advanced Regents Diploma. Karina Rios. Christopher Arcioli. Justin Smith. Anthony Rocchio. Kyle Federico. Thomas Fino. Victoria Gonzalez. Samantha Cruz. Shanna Parent. Maureen Fiorelli. Joseph Caleri. Cameron Cordella. Thomas Pavone. Kevin Ryan. Albert Bracani. And last but not least,
repeat. We're going to do the graduation oath, so repeat after me. With gratitude to my school, with pride in my city, and with devotion to my country, I pledge to cherish the traditions of New York High School, to strive to fulfill my individual potential, and to improve my community, my city, and my country. With the powers vested in me by the New York State Board of Regents,